Hi everyone, I am back with another college-related video. I know, probably really tired of them. I mean, I only made one. Since March has almost come to an end, many of you have probably already received your acceptances or unfortunately rejections from colleges that you have applied to. And I've been looking all over my Facebook, and there are so many people that I knew back in high school or back in middle school who've already received their college acceptances, and I'm really proud of so many of them because I see at least like 20 or 30 people getting accepted into UCLA, a bunch of people at Irvine, a bunch of people other sort of colleges, some out of state, some private schools, and I'm just like, wow. Although I'm really proud of all of you who have gotten accepted into the college of your dreams, I'm pretty much here for those who didn't, like myself. So, I know a lot of you probably gotten rejections from colleges that you did apply to. I know last year was definitely a huge rejection pile from so many different colleges. So many people from my school were forced to go to a community college because they had no other choice. I myself didn't really get into a lot of the schools that I wanted to. The only schools that I did happen to get into were those that were out of state and over $70K in tuition, and I did not have the money to pay for that. So I know that a lot of you who have gotten rejected probably cried on your couch for 3.5 hours. Maybe I'm just talking about myself. Most of you who have gotten rejected from your dream colleges are probably thinking, did all of that studying I did throughout high school, throughout middle school go to waste? Did all of those SAT courses that I took, all of the money I spent taking all of these tests that were needed to apply to these colleges, were all of those just a waste? Money that I spent on these applications, just a waste of my parents' money, a waste of my own money? Was all of the electives or the different extracurricular programs and clubs that I was in, was that just a huge waste? No. To me, I feel like even though you've been rejected from your favorite college or being rejected from any college that you applied to, it's sort of like, I don't know, a new stepping stone. I'm gonna be cliche and say a new door will be open for you, but I think that's pretty true. Pretty much a new life that you'll be starting. And maybe some of you were smart, thinking that I'm not gonna apply for these SATs, I'm not gonna apply for these schools, I'm just gonna go straight into community college and save all that money that I would have spent on things that I know would not have benefited me, which I probably should have thought of. I personally believe that I wasted so much money on like taking 3 different SATs, 1 ACT, like 11 different applications without any help. Like that was a lot of money that I could have just used for community college rather than wasting it on something that I knew I wouldn't get. However, as I mentioned before, going to a community college is not a bad thing. I know when you look at everyone's acceptances, you're just gonna keep feeling bad about yourself and gonna be like, why couldn't I be like that? How come I couldn't get into those colleges when other people could? Honestly, the college system is just stupid, in my opinion. I think it's really dumb how we have to fight and pay our way to a higher education to get a job in the future. So, community college is definitely not a dumb route. I think it's a route that is good for starting over. Although people say that it's kind of an equivalent of high school, it still has all of those college benefits. Like, I'm going to community college and I'm already halfway done with it. I have half of my units completed, most of my GEs completed, and a lot of my major classes completed as well. And this is just my first year. So honestly, you can get ahead of so many people that are going to be struggling in a UC or CSU, and you could just work your way up and graduate maybe even faster than them. Well, community college is definitely the easier way to go and definitely less time consuming, less stressful, especially with UCs that provide quarter systems such as UCI. It's definitely going to benefit you, or going to prepare you for when you do decide to go to a 4-year university. I think what I'm trying to say here is that you should not be discouraged that you didn't get into the college that you wanted because they probably weren't right for you, or it just wasn't the time for you to go. Sometimes the college that you think you want to go to and decide to go to is kind of not the college that is right for you. When I was applying to colleges, my dream college was UCI, and I really wanted to go, and I even decided to go to a community college near it because of their tag program, which allows me, if I complete these certain classes, to be able to guarantee myself into UCI when I transfer. However, thinking about it, UCI did not have any sort of major that correlated to what I wanted to do. So after all of that, I basically wasted my time trying to get into a college that I wouldn't even enjoy. thinking about it now, I want to go to a different college, or maybe even a CSU rather than a UC. That being said, I feel like a community college really does help you decide where you want to go before you decide to make that bold decision and choose what you want to go to, because when you get a decision from UCLA or UCI or UCSD, you have to accept that. And it's sort of a, I'm not gonna do this because I'm not sure, it's a, I'm gonna do this because I got accepted and I want to go. So I'd say just be careful of what you choose, be careful of the path that you go down, and don't be discouraged. I really wouldn't want to see my friends who don't get into colleges not go to any sort of school at all, not even go to a community college because they feel like they're just done. I myself thought that way. I was really discouraged that I would have to go to a community college because I wouldn't be able to afford any university that I got into. But after going to community college, I don't feel that bad, because watching other friends struggle in UCs and CSUs and seeing myself going laid back with straight A's and good grades in a community college, working my way up to transfer to that same college, is kind of reassuring. And for those of you who did get accepted to UCs or CSUs or private universities, don't take that for granted. I've seen so many people who just go to these schools to party, to get turned. Wow, I sound like an old person saying that. To do things that they could do just because they're not at home. And I personally wanted to move out of my house just because of that kind of feeling, that I didn't want to be held down by my parents. But if they're paying for your tuition, you should not be partying and getting crappy grades for going to a very good college. Well, to conclude this video, I just wanted to say, if you feel this way about the college that you might be going to or the college that you didn't get accepted to and just want to, I don't know, talk about it, you know where to find me. I've put all of my links down below. For those who will be applying this coming year, I have linked my previous video down below talking about the college application process and what you can do to, I guess, save yourself time and money. Yes, that'll be down below. And feel free, like I said, message me, comment, subscribe, do whatever. Tell me what college you got into. If you're going to any other college, then feel free to comment down below as well. Alright, stay tuned for the next video. Bye! Did I just say pie?